All right, here she is, former UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion Miesha Tate, and she told us in the fighter meeting on Thursday she has left no stone unturned in advance of this matchup here tonight. She feels like she has taken her preparation to that requisite next level. She has recommitted herself to the strength and conditioning. Thought maybe her body would realize success at flyweight. That was not the case at a more comfortable 135 pounds. Less angry during training camp, so that can allow her to be a more doting mom. But she's excited. She's been smiling all week, and feels DC like it might be a bad time to be fighting Miesha Tate. So the top 10 in the UFC Women's Bantamweight division has never been deeper nor more talented than it is right now. And of course, they're all chasing the champion who gets back on the proving ground here in a big spot tonight.
You know, and she knows that she holds the belt in the division that's been around the longest. She replaces champions like Ronda Rousey and Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm and Miesha Tate. All these great champions that came before her, she carries that as if it's a medal of honor to represent the history of this division in the best way. This woman is a savage, and she intends to keep that belt for a long time.
And in terms of muscle mass, body fat, I'm just not sure that she has ever been in the type of physical shape she is in advance of this title defense tonight. All right, with that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Our tale of the tape for this Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. Now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Miesha Cupcake Tate. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world, Norma the Immortal Dumont.
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon. All right, round one ready to go. Here is Miesha Tate. A fast start has not been a staple to her UFC tenure. She has been forced to rally at times to come back to beat fighters like Holly Holm and Sarah McMahon. So I know it's something her camp has emphasized in this training camp, getting Miesha off to a fast start tonight. Round one underway. Trying to establish the jab early on here. Oh, knee strike right to the midsection there.
Nice fade back right hand, my goodness. Nice kick, yep.
Tate going.
I mean, that is a big shot to the head. I cannot believe she's still standing.
Well, she's been good tonight, but she missed without. Just over 3 minutes to go in our first round.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Well, I think if I was a fighter, I'd probably be a headhunter, but she is not that, right? She's invested in the body, and she's done some pretty significant damage to her opponent.
Absolutely. You know, you start to go there, and you land something, and you may think, wow, that was hard. Your opponent doesn't really respond. But as you start to pile them up on him, you start to see exactly what we're seeing right now. And now she can start to capitalize on that.
Now this could be the beginning of the end for her opponent.
It seems like we are in the final act of a four-part play because this fight is about done.
Well, she felt like the uppercut was going to be there. It has absolutely been there. No reason to think she won't get back to it here.
No, she's going to go back to that position. She has to. She can go from the clinch. She can do it off of her combinations. She just has a variety of ways to land that punch.
Oh!
Oh, another one. Let's go. Keep pushing forward. She got that leg kick off quick.
1 minute now to go in round one. That leg kick lands. Another nice kick by her there, and as a lot of fighters will say, no pad on the foot.
No pad on the foot, and no shin guards to protect you. She is blasting her opponent right now.
That one connected. Man, that thigh is starting to show some signs of bruising. She's almost smirking about it, right? But
yeah,
got to address it.
You can't laugh at it now. You can't laugh it off. You've got to do a better job of addressing it and deter your opponent from going back to the well. Because otherwise, it'll just get worse and worse.
All right, that signifies the end of the round, and Tate's bleeding from the forehead a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that as the fight continues. Hopefully the cut man can do his work and get it under control so it doesn't bleed down into the fighter's eyes. All right, so there's the horn. The round is over, and we've got more fighting. It looked like maybe we'd get a finish there after she landed upstairs.
Well, she was excited. She thought it was done. How does she reshift? How does she get herself back in the moment to try to repeat what she just did, but also top it and actually get the finish?
You ready to fight? Ready? Let's do it.
All right, round two. Well, that's her power shot right there. Landed the hook beautifully, I thought.
She does a great job of finding the target when she throws that punch. Oh, nice combination.
Oh, she's really... What a strike by her there. I'd be knocked out. Her opponent still stands.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her bike, John. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space so that she can evade her opponent from finishing her.
Well, without even looking at those stats bottom of your screen, you know that the most significant strike in this fight has been to the body. It has been there for her all night long. She knew coming into this fight that she didn't want to just headhunt. She didn't want to just leg kick. She had to attack the midsection, soften up her opponent. She has certainly done that here tonight. Well, this is surprising to see her continue to stand and trade. Oh!
This is big. That's big.
3 minutes and change to go in round two. Just out of range with the big right hand. It looked like maybe she was going to set up the side kick, and there it is.
She did a good job of getting that foot up and right to the target.
Nice job mixing up the tempo there as she lands to the thigh yet again, and now we're starting to see some visible damage on her opponent.
Yeah, you see the damage now. You can see that it wasn't one leg kick that caused the issue.
There's a huge strike right there, DC.
Great shot landed. Now she's got to go chase her down and get another one off to finish the fight. Can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the finish.
.90 seconds to go. Well, she was a little bit hesitant in round one, but she has certainly picked up the pace here in this second round. It took her a while to find her range. She's in a strong striking rhythm now. Oh, that's a big right hand. Well, she connected there, nicely done. Just missed with the left there. 30 seconds to go in round 2. 20 seconds to go round 2.
Man, she can hardly stand now, and if she was a step behind before when she was fresh, how do you think she feels now that she's barely able to step on that leg?
Probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike, and you don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effectively.
All right, so a standing ovation from this capacity crowd after that round. A huge knockdown there in the middle of the round. Got to have her feeling pretty good here as she goes to the stool.
Back and forth up to that point, but she eventually found the shot that put her opponent on her backside. But how about the toughness of the opponent to get up off the floor and finish that round? Let's see how she approaches the next round.
All right, she is all smiles as she makes her way back to the stool. DC, a lot of good action there in the previous round, particularly that head kick knockdown. Talk us through it.
She's a really good striker. She does everything so technically on her feet. So you knew when you were watching her land so many strikes, eventually she would go, she's hurting bad.
Oh, and she raises the knee and lands, so a pretty good sign for her that she was able to find a home for that knee.
When she's got the knees working, she's fighting really good. So right now, she must feel great.
All right, so she continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like she did in the previous round. As efficient as any striker in the division, this is a world-class display of striking here tonight.
That's a big strike right there.
There's that head kick. Nice straight right lands.
Give me that inside kick to the leg.
Just misses there with the left. Man, she's got it all going with the hands, with the feet tonight, and that cut is really becoming a factor now as this fight continues.
Yes, she's got to move, Jay. She's got to get on her bicycle. She's got to get to the middle of the round so that the cut man can get to work. Because the more she's in there, the more she tries to fight face first, the more that cut is going to open up. She's got to get moving.
Well, this is exactly the sense of urgency you'd want to see from her here. She's trying to keep the judges out of it, really lighten her up now. I mean, at this point, she has got weapons.
She is such a diverse striker that big strike landed, and it looks like she's going to finish this fight.
Let's go. You can do this. Keep
That shot head back there. This could be the end.
She landed a massive uppercut that hurt her opponent very, very badly.
Oh, big left hook there. Well, her striking has been great tonight, rocked her opponent pretty significantly, but you got to think there's a little bit of disappointment that she wasn't. Oh, man, huge kick to the body. Tate swelling now around her jaw, so we'll keep an eye on that storyline as this fight continues, but she has absorbed a lot of strikes to the head thus far. Just out of range with that right hook. Final 30 seconds of this third round.
She's got to start looking for the finish here.
Oh, she's got big strikes landing now. Seconds winding down in round 3. Tate getting that ground and pound going and landing. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, that's the end of the round, and the fighter has a cut on her nose, so that is something that certainly bears watching moving forward. Cut man racing in there. He'll try to seal that cut. She doesn't seem too bothered by it, but certainly something we'll keep an eye on here moving forward. All right, so a huge moment for her in that previous round, DC, as we show you some of the highlights. The knockdown nearly closed the show for her.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on the knockdown. because it looked like the fight was over. Now, is her opponent tough? Yes. But is her opponent smart enough to make the necessary adjustment as this fight goes forward?
You ready to fight? Ready. Go.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. Fourth round is underway. What is the fighter's mentality when you enter those seminal championship rounds?
You understand that you are getting... Oh, my goodness!
What a fight! So how about this result tonight? She told us in the fighter meeting, I got to get a finish here tonight. She absolutely kept the judges out of it. That is her signature win, and this crowd enjoyed every minute of it.
Signature win, John. She has never looked better. She said she was going to get a finish. She got the finish. What a tremendous performance by this young lady.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 22 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Norma the Immortal Dumont.
Well, not unlike the great Israel Adesanya, she doesn't hope and pray. She aims and fires, and she is still the UFC Women's Bantamweight champ.
What a great champion.